Somewhere out there tonight, a man is sitting at his kitchen table with a laptop open, looking at houses. He's worked his whole life, and all he's really after all these years, is a quiet piece of ground, a porch to sit on, a few trees. Somewhere the loudest thing in the morning is the birds, but every place he looks slams the same door in his face. The prices are triple what they ought to be. The property taxes cost more in a year than the house did in a decade. And somewhere along the way, the world quietly told him that the dream he'd carried since he was young just wasn't realistic anymore. Well, here's what the world forgot to mention. There's a whole state out there they never got around to ruining: Arkansas. They call it the natural state. Clear rivers running over stone, lakes tucked down in the Ozark hills, forests thicker than anything you've seen, and deer stepping into the yard while the coffee's still hot. And out here, land still costs what land was always supposed to cost. Not a fortune, not a lifetime of debt, just a fair price for a quiet place to call your own. This week, I found homes that'll change what a man thinks is possible. A farmhouse a Civil War veteran built with his own hands in 1870, and a stone cabin a 30-second drive from some of the best fishing water in America. 10 houses, from a 27-acre farm at the top, all the way down to a 4-bedroom home for $25,000. I'm Joseph, and I'm retired. Every week I pick a state and go digging through the listings until I find the ones worth showing you. If you like what you see, subscribe to my channel Tiny Bucks Houses so you catch them before everybody else does. Stay with me to the end, because that last house might be the most anybody's ever gotten for their money. Picture a gravel drive winding back off a quiet country road, past a pond catching the morning light, up to a home with 27 acres rolling out behind it as far as you can see. Fenced pasture, garden plots, a creek, and the Strawberry River just half a mile down the road. This isn't a house with a big yard. This is a whole working farmstead, ready for horses, cattle, or whatever life you've been dreaming about out here. And before we even get to the house, I have to show you the shop. There's a 30 by 60 insulated workshop with electricity, a lean-to down one side for extra storage, a loft up top, and a door big enough to pull a semi-truck straight through. Whatever you build, whatever you fix, whatever you've been storing under a tarp for 10 years, it has a home now. And that's not even the only outbuilding. There's a second big barn out there too. Now the house. It's got real character to it, and it's laid out in a way you don't see often. You come in through the original part of the home, then step up into a newer, wide-open addition that gives you all kinds of room to spread out. Downstairs, there's a lower-level garage with an extra room and a bathroom of its own, handy for guests, a workshop, or a hobby space. Inside, the kitchen's got good clean cabinets, stainless steel appliances, and a gas range, with plenty of counter to actually cook on. The living areas are big and open, wood floors underfoot, light coming in from every direction. And upstairs is where it gets special. A huge open second floor with warm wood plank walls and a pressed tin ceiling overhead, wrapped in windows that look out over your own land. That's a room you could make into just about anything. It's a blank canvas up there, and honestly, through the whole house, it's ready for your vision, your paint, your touches. But the bones are solid, the space is enormous, and the setting is the kind of thing money usually can't touch. Step outside, and it all opens up. The pond catching the light, the pasture rolling back to the tree line, a storm cellar in the yard for peace of mind, and a well already set near the shop. 27 acres of quiet, and it's all yours to the fence line and beyond. Now let me show you where this is. A tiny community up in the foothills of the Arkansas Ozarks. And this is some of the prettiest, greenest country in the whole state. The Strawberry River is famous for lazy summer float trips, and there's public access just a couple miles from the front door. The hills roll soft and easy, the roads stay quiet, and the little towns nearby have everything you need day to day without a bit of traffic or noise. This is get away from it all Arkansas, the kind of place people come looking for when they've finally had enough of the crowds. So here's what you're getting. 27 fenced acres, a spacious home with room to make it your own, a semi-truck-sized workshop, a second barn, a pond, and a river down the road. $269,000. What caught me off guard wasn't that the next house was good, it was how quickly it made me forget about the first one. Some places you just want to sit and look at for a while. You come up the drive and there it is, a cozy home on a green rise, big shade trees around it, and down below, catching the sky, a pond so clean and blue it looks like somebody painted it there. That pond alone might sell you on the place, but it's what comes with it that makes this one special. Because this isn't one house, it's two. The main home is a comfortable place with a metal roof, the kind you put on once and forget about. Step inside and it's warm and lived in. An open living area with a sectional big enough for the whole family and French doors that open right out toward the yard. The kitchen's got clean white cabinets, stainless steel, butcher block counters, and room to move. There's an electric fireplace in the family room for cool evenings, and the bedrooms are bright and roomy, ready to move into. It's already comfortable, not a project, a home. And then, just steps away, there's the second building. 960 square feet, with its own bedroom, its own bathroom, and a little kitchen. Now think about what that gives you. Your grown kids could have their own space. You could rent it out and let it help pay the note. Or, and here's the interesting part, it sits right on the highway frontage, so it could be a little shop, a roadside stand, a workshop, an office. That's not just an extra room, that's an extra opportunity. Outside, the land is cleared and easy. 2.5 acres of green, the backyard fenced, a gravel drive, and that beautiful pond anchoring the whole thing. Room for a garden, room for a few animals, room to fish off your own bank on a summer evening. And here's the number that ties a bow on it. The taxes on this whole property, both homes, the pond, the acreage, come to $375 a year. Now let me show you where this is. A small town down in western Arkansas, tucked between the Ozarks and the Ouachita Mountains, and only about 20 minutes from Fort Smith when you want a real city with hospitals and shopping. This is mountain and lake country. Blue Mountain Lake is close for fishing and boating. The Ouachita National Forest is right there for hiking and riding, and the whole area is wide open for hunting and the outdoor life. It's the kind of place with a quiet main street, friendly neighbors, and everything you need close at hand, wrapped in some of the best scenery Arkansas has to offer. So here's what you're getting. 2 homes on 2.5 acres, a pond out front, highway frontage, room to grow, and $375 a year in taxes, $219,500. The next house checks a box that so many of you mention in the comments, and I was happy to finally find one this good. You drive to the very end of a paved road, and there it sits, 5 acres, mostly open and green, a home tucked in among the trees with nobody behind you and nobody beside you. That's the first gift of this place, the quiet. The second one's waiting inside the front door, because when you step in, the whole thing opens up over your head. Vaulted ceilings, an open-concept kitchen and living room, and a wooden staircase climbing up to a loft that looks back down over it all. It feels twice as big as it is. The kitchen is the showpiece. Crisp white cabinets, dramatic marbled countertops and backsplash, a breakfast bar to pull up a stool at, and a pressed tin ceiling overhead that catches the light. Somebody had taste when they put this together. The master suite is on the main floor. No stairs to climb at the end of the day. And it's not just a bedroom. It comes with double closets, its own full bathroom, an attached office or sitting room, and a private deck right off the back where you can take your coffee and watch the morning come up over your own land. Upstairs, there are 2 more big bedrooms and a full bath, all the room you need for grandkids, guests, or company come to stay. Set well apart from your space downstairs. Everybody gets their peace and quiet. And this house gives you room to grow into. There's an unfinished basement with a walkout, dry storage, a workshop, or a future den waiting to happen. A 1-car garage, 2 more storage buildings out back for the mower and the tools, a storm shelter for when the weather turns, and insulated windows and doors that keep it comfortable and cheap to run all year. Step outside and it's 5 level acres, mostly cleared, with a great spot already picked out for a garden. Room to plant, room to roam, room to breathe, all at the dead end of a quiet paved road. Now let me show you where this is. A small town in the hills of north-central Arkansas, right in the heart of the Ozarks, and this is some of the most beautiful country in the state. You're close to the White River, world famous for trout fishing, and there's even a championship golf course just minutes from town. Melbourne itself has a friendly little square with everything you need day to day: groceries, a hospital, the local shops, without a bit of city noise. It's green, it's hilly, it's quiet, and the folks are the kind who still know their neighbors. So here's what you're getting: a bright, open home at the end of a paved road, master suite on the main floor with its own deck, 5 acres, a basement to grow into, $197,500. I've looked through thousands of listings over the year, and I still wasn't prepared for the next one. It's built right into the side of a hill, cool through the summer and solid enough to laugh at a storm. I've shown you log cabins, stone homes, farmhouses. I've never shown you anything like this. This home is built right into the side of a hill, part of it underground, tucked into the earth itself, with just the front face open to the light. And once you understand why somebody builds a house this way, you might never look at a regular house the same again. Because this is what an earth-sheltered home does. The ground wraps around it like a blanket, so it stays cool through the worst of the Arkansas summer and holds its warmth in winter, cutting your energy bills down to almost nothing. When the storms roll through and the sky turns green, this is about the safest place you could possibly be. The earth doesn't blow away, and there's almost no outside to paint, patch, or maintain. It's the kind of smart, solid, built-to-last thinking they just don't do anymore. But here's what surprises people. Inside, it doesn't feel like a bunker at all. It feels like a cabin. Warm wood plank ceilings run all through it, giving every room this cozy, cradled feeling. There's a covered front porch that looks straight out over a pond, where you can sit with your coffee in the morning and watch the deer come down to drink. The kitchen's got granite counters and stainless steel. There's an eat-in dining spot with a fireplace, and cedar accents warm up every corner. It's 2 bedrooms and a bath and a half, a little over 1,300 square feet, all laid out on one easy level. And the owners have already done the big stuff for you. A new metal roof, new windows, new guttering, a new hot water heater, fresh cedar accents, and new fencing. The hard work's been handled. And now the land, 12¼ acres of it. Fenced pasture, that pretty pond out front, mature shade trees, a fire pit area for evenings under the stars, and a detached garage for your projects. Room for a hobby farm, a few animals, a big garden, whatever you're after. Now let me show you where this is. We're back near Melbourne, in the Ozark Hills of north-central Arkansas. That same beautiful, green, easy country I just showed you. You're only minutes from downtown, but tucked away private on your own acreage. The White River is close for some of the best trout fishing anywhere in the country. A one-of-a-kind home like this would make an incredible nightly rental, too. People would pay good money to spend a weekend in a house built into a hillside by a pond in the Ozarks. So here's what you're getting: a unique, earth-sheltered home, efficient, storm-safe, and cozier than you'd ever guess, with a new roof, a pond, and 12 acres in the Ozarks, $179,900. The next house was already standing when most American towns were still finding their footing, and the story behind it is every bit as remarkable as the house itself. Every so often a house comes along that isn't just a place to live. It's a piece of history you get to own. This is one of them. A farmhouse built back in 1870 by the hands of a Civil War veteran named Samuel Wyatt for his wife Mary. It has stood on this ground for over 150 years, and today it sits on the National Register of Historic Places, one of the rarest surviving examples of old Arkansas homestead architecture left anywhere. It started as a traditional dog trot farmhouse, that classic southern design built around an open breezeway, and around 1900 the family expanded it, adding the second story and the rear rooms you see today. And the first thing that'll stop you before you even step inside is the pair of chimneys. 2 massive chimneys built of hand-cut stone, one anchoring each end of the house, stacked stone by somebody who knew exactly what he was doing. You could not build those today for any amount of money. Inside, the history is everywhere you look. Beadboard walls and ceilings, rich original woodwork, 2 fireplaces, and rooms with the tall, generous proportions they gave houses back when they built them to last for generations. There's a formal living room, a separate dining room, and a kitchen with an easy old farmhouse feel. The main floor has a bedroom and a full bath, so you can live comfortably all on one level. And upstairs there are 2 enormous bedrooms with baths already plumbed and ready. Now, I'll always be straight with you. A house this old, with this much history in its bones, is going to want someone who loves it, someone ready to roll up their sleeves and bring it all the way back. But the important modern things are already here. City water, a septic system, and electricity have all been brought in. What's left is the fun part, the restoring, the caring for, the breathing of new life into something truly special. And the setting matches the house. It sits on about 4 level acres under a canopy of massive old shade trees, with a barn and a creek on the property. Picture this place restored, and the listing itself says it plainly. It would make an absolutely stunning bed and breakfast, an event venue, or simply the most storied home in the whole county. Now let me show you where this is. Desha, a little community in Independence County in the foothills of the Arkansas Ozarks. This is peaceful, historic country, rolling green land, old family farms, and quiet roads that don't see much traffic. You're close to Batesville, one of the oldest towns in the state, with all your shopping, dining, and a hospital. And just up the road is Haber Springs and Greer's Ferry Lake, some of the clearest water and prettiest scenery in Arkansas, with boating, swimming, and fishing all summer long. It's the kind of place where history and nature sit side by side. A true piece of American history. An 1870 farmhouse on the National Register with hand-cut stone chimneys on 4 shaded acres for $149,000. If I showed you the next house before telling you the price, I don't think anyone would guess it starts under $100,000. Now we drop under $100,000, and this might be the one that steals the whole video. Picture a cedar cabin tucked deep in the trees at the end of a mowed path through the woods, with not another house in sight. Just you, the tall pines, and the quiet. The listing says, "Feel secluded," and the second you see it, you understand exactly what they mean. This is what a getaway is supposed to look like. Warm cedar siding, a big covered front porch made for cool evenings, and a stone chimney running up the side. But it's when you step inside that it really gets you. The living room opens up under a soaring vaulted ceiling with exposed wood beams, anchored by a wood-burning stone fireplace in the corner. And then you see the windows. A whole wall of glass, floor to ceiling, framing the forest like a living painting. You could sit in that room and watch the seasons change, watch the deer wander through, watch the rain come down through the trees. That view is the whole reason to own this place. The kitchen's got solid wood cabinets and a center island with a cooktop opening right onto the dining space. There are 2 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms, all comfortable and on one level, with a wood plank ceiling carrying that cabin warmth all the way through. Now, it could use a few cosmetic updates here and there, but as the listing says, with a little polish, this house will truly shine. The bones are wonderful, and the outbuildings are almost too good for the price. There's a detached 2-car garage/barn with extra storage space, plus 2 more large carports, so all your toys, trailers, boats, and equipment stay under cover and out of the weather. That's a lot of covered space for a $95,000 home. It all sits on 3.5 acres, level and cleared, private and peaceful, with taxes of just $400 a year. Now, let me show you where this is. A city down in southeast Arkansas, along the Arkansas River. So while your cabin feels 1,000 miles from anywhere, you've actually got a full-size town close by, with hospitals, shopping, and everything you need. This is the edge of the Delta, flat and green and rich, some of the best duck hunting and fishing country in America. There are lakes all around, the Arkansas River for boating, and mile after mile of quiet backroad country. You get the seclusion of the deep woods without giving up a single convenience. A cedar cabin in the woods, vaulted ceilings, a stone fireplace, a wall of windows into the forest, on 3.5 private acres with a garage and 2 carports for $400 a year in taxes, $95,000. Every once in a while, a property shows up that's impossible to compare with anything else. The next one is exactly that. Every now and then, I find one that just makes me grin. a place so different from everything else that I can't wait to show you. This is it. Because this isn't a house at all. It's an old country church built around 1920, and somebody is about to turn it into the most unforgettable home in the county. Now stay with me here, because the moment you walk through those doors, you'll get it. Churches from this era were built with a craftsmanship nobody pays for anymore. Beautiful woodwork everywhere you look, wainscoting panels running along the walls, beadboard ceilings soaring overhead, and that big, open, light-filled sanctuary, the great room, with a sense of height and space you simply cannot find in a normal house. There's a separate dining area, a bonus room, and warm wood details carried all the way through. It's 2,000 square feet of solid, well-kept character. And here's where your imagination gets to run. That wide-open great room could become a stunning living space with cathedral ceilings. The layout gives you room for several bedrooms across a couple of levels. Picture the light pouring through those windows into an open kitchen, a big farmhouse table where the pews used to be, a cozy loft up above. Whether you make it a full-time home, a weekend retreat, or one of the most unique short-term rentals in the state, you would have something nobody else has. Now I'll be honest with you, this is a conversion project. It's sold as is, and you're bringing the vision and the work to make it a home. But the structure is sound and well-maintained. The woodwork alone is worth the price of admission, and at $36 a square foot, you are buying something you could never build new. It sits on a level corner lot, and the location is a sportsman's dream. You're just minutes from the Felsenthal National Wildlife Refuge. 65,000 acres of bottomland, rivers, and lakes, down where southern Arkansas meets Louisiana. Some of the finest hunting and fishing anywhere in the South. This would make a beautiful hunting or fishing camp, a getaway, or a genuine one-of-a-kind home. Now let me show you where this is. A small town in the far south of Arkansas. An old timber town, quiet and tight-knit, wrapped in the piney woods and river bottoms of the Ouachita. Life is slow and simple and cheap out here, and the outdoors is right at your doorstep. And this little town has more history than you'd guess. It was the childhood home of civil rights pioneer Daisy Bates and of the great piano player Floyd Kramer. For a town this size, that's a lot of story. So here's what you're getting. A beautifully built 1920 church, soaring ceilings, gorgeous original woodwork, 2,000 square feet of pure potential, ready to become a home like no other for $72,000. The next house is exactly why I never stop digging through listings, because every once in a while something like this shows up. Some houses are all about what's inside. This one's about what's 30 seconds down the road, because that's how close you are to the shore of Bull Shoals Lake, one of the biggest, cleanest, most beautiful fishing lakes in all of Arkansas. Imagine keeping the boat ready and being on that water before your coffee's even cold. For a fisherman, this location is the whole ballgame, and the house that comes with it has real Ozark soul. It's a native stone home, built from the local rock, every stone a slightly different color, pink and rust and gray, all fitted together by hand into walls that'll outlast us all. You just don't get character like that from new construction. Step inside and it's a proper mountain retreat waiting to be polished up. The living room has a beautiful stone fireplace and warm hardwood floors under your feet. There's a closed-in back porch wrapped in windows, the perfect spot to sit with the woods all around you. Wood plank ceilings, cozy rooms, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a partial basement down below. There's even a separate stone workshop out back for your gear and your projects. Now I'll give it to you straight. The price reflects the work. Bring your imagination, bring your fishing pole, and you've got yourself a lake retreat for less than $70,000. Now let me show you where this is. A little town way up in the north of Arkansas, right on the Missouri line, in the heart of the Ozark Mountains. And this is postcard country. Bull Shoals Lake has over 1,000 miles of clear shoreline winding through the wooded hills, famous all over the country for its fishing and its crystal water. And just below the dam, the White River is some of the best trout fishing on earth. The little towns up here live and breathe the outdoors, boating, swimming, hiking, and folks come from all over to spend their summers on this water. This isn't just a place to live, it's a place people dream about retiring to. So here's what you're getting. A hand-built native stone home with a fireplace and hardwood floors, a workshop out back, and world-class fishing water 30 seconds from your door for $69,900. The next listing is the kind of deal that makes you check the description twice because it doesn't sound like it should exist. Here's something you don't see every day at this price: a home that comes with 3 lots instead of 1. This cozy cottage sits on a big corner lot in the College Hill neighborhood, over half an acre all told. And that extra land is where the opportunity lives. Room for a big shop, room for a massive garden, room for another building down the road, or just room to keep the space around you open and your own. The house itself is a tidy 1940 cottage with a metal roof over the top, white and clean with a covered porch, an attached carport, and a second carport out back, all shaded by big old oak trees. Simple, solid curb appeal. Inside, it's got a smart, open layout. The living room and kitchen flow together, keeping everything bright and connected. The kitchen's an L shape with a retro charm to it and a built-in oven. And here's a detail you rarely find in a small home. Both bedrooms have their own private bathrooms. That's a real convenience for guests, for renters, or just for never having to share. On top of that, there's a large flex room you could easily turn into a 3rd bedroom, an office, or a den. Now, it'll want a little cosmetic love to freshen it up. But here's what matters, and what you don't always get down at this price. It's got central heat and central air. Real whole house comfort, natural gas heat, not a window unit in sight. That, plus the metal roof, means the big-ticket comfort items are already handled. You're just bringing paint and personality. And that corner lot is the quiet star of the show. Over half an acre in town, level and open, with all the room you need to garden, to build, to spread out, and still have neighbors and conveniences close by. Now let me show you where this is. And this is a fun one. Texarkana is a town that literally sits on the state line, half in Arkansas and half in Texas, right down the middle of the main avenue. So you get a real full-size city, hospitals, shopping, restaurants, an airport, with everything close at hand, while living in a quiet, established old neighborhood full of shade trees. You're in the piney woods of southwest Arkansas, with lakes and state parks all around for fishing and camping, and Dallas is just a couple hours down the road when you want the big city. It's convenience and country, all in one spot. So here's what you're getting. A cozy cottage on 3 city lots, half an acre, 2 bedrooms with private baths, a flex room, central heat and air, and a metal roof for $59,500. And now we've reached the house I've been waiting to show you from the very beginning. It's the cheapest property on this entire list, and it might just be the most unbelievable value I've ever featured. Here we are, the last house and the cheapest of them all, $25,000. Usually, a number that low buys you a shed or a shell. Not this time, because this one gives you 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a real family home to move into. I'll be straight with you. It needs work, and it needs a good cleaning out. It's still full of the last owner's things, the bathroom's dated, and it runs on window units for now. This is a home for somebody with a vision and a tool belt. But look past the clutter and the bones are good. A solid, functional layout, a separate dining room, and 4 real bedrooms, all on one level. It's not a teardown. It's a livable house you fix up as you go. And think about what that means. Somebody could pay cash for this, owe nobody, and never make a mortgage payment again. That kind of chance has all but vanished in America. And here it is on a quiet street in a friendly little town. Quiet square, everyday shopping close by, and pine bluff up the road for anything bigger. Warm weather, tall pines, good hunting and fishing all around, and neighbors who still look out for each other. The kind of place where $25,000 can still buy you a fresh start. So that's the last one. A 4-bedroom home on half an acre, ready to come back to life for $25,000. And that's Arkansas. 10 homes, from a 27-acre farmstead all the way down to a 4-bedroom house for $25,000. None of these are mansions. They're real, they're reachable, and they're out there right now, in a quiet green state the crowds forgot about. The links, photos, and agents are all down in the description. So if one got its hooks in you, go take a closer look. If you enjoyed this one, subscribe to my channel, Tiny Bucks Houses, and I'll see you next week with a brand new state. Take care of yourself, take care of the people you love, and I'll see you down the road.